Hari Hari, Hari Rama. Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Good morning, Johan. Thank you for coming. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama. My camera out. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. It's a little bit dark today. It's too bright. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Hare Rama. My camera went out, so it's dark. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna. There we go. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, my wonderful. Oh. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Oh, my Lord, shall we dance? Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Ah, 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 ah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Yeah, I still need a lot of purification too there, Evo. I want more purification. I love it. It's a lifestyle, man. Just purify me, Lord. Just dump it on me. Hare Krishna. I'm only doing this for self-purification there, Evo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. I just like to get drunk, man. Drunk on the purification. Hare Krishna, Krishna. So don't worry about it. Just, it's a lifestyle. Just get purified. It's more and more natural to really like it. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. At least you know you need purification. Many of these sannyasis don't even know it. They think they're already purified or something. They don't need to come here, you know. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hey Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna. Jesus. Jai Jesus. Jai Jesus. Jai Lalita Ganga. Jai Lalita Ganga. Jai Yohan. Jai Yohan. Jai Mother Sachi. Jai Mother Sachi. You guys are all glorious because you're here in this family. You're all glorious. Jai. Jai, all of you. Jai Evo. Jai Freddy. Who else we got? Madhusuna. Jai Madhusuna. Hare Krishna. My family. Our family. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Oh, Jai Janaki. Who else we got? Jai Amy. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna. And everybody else I forgot to say. You know who you are. Anybody who likes to come here, even occasionally. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Yeah, even disciples and well-wishers all go back to Godhead. You don't have to be a disciple. Just wish us well. Yeah, it's true. We'll get more into that later. But right now, my Lord's hungry. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh boy. Who's here? Oh yeah, there she is. The pit bull is arrived. Signaling her arrival. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Soon we're going to see her with a microphone going all over the place. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Oh yeah, it's so great. It's becoming so natural. It's like just floating into Vrindavan. It becomes a natural thing to be in Vrindavan consciousness, to be with Krishna and Radha. So I just never expected this. I love it. It's it's like they're teaching me and us and whoever's on this journey. They're our instructors, And these devotees too. See, they're all part of the instruction. All glories to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who wears a peacock feather. Ah, Tom, yeah.
Thanks for using.
Yeah, today it looks like I'll be a resident of Mexico. I can't believe how easy it is. Yeah, and that's good news, actually. I don't know how things are going to last in the world or what, Who knows? But that's good here because I can go to these towns, these beautiful towns for preaching everywhere. Everybody comes here now. It's the only place open, only place in the world practically. I mean, there are other opens, but where you don't have to get anything, right? At least right now. So it can go, and there's tourists everywhere. So it's, what else is there to do, really? It's getting too expensive to drive in America. So it's cheaper to rent a little place here than it is to drive a van or motorhome there. So gas is like for Janaki like $4.50, which is a lot, and it's still because they want electric cars. That's what they're doing. Yeah. So anyway, I'll stay here, and if that works today, I'll find out, and I'll go from this city to others, beautiful places, in Mexico, all like this, all with people all over the place. Why not, man? Why not preach? So so that's what I'm doing, man. As long as I can, who knows how long. they're also getting into this thing here too. Who knows? You know, I can get a car. You can get everything here. That's what I absolutely like about it. Anything you need. Yeah, yeah. So anyway, our preaching will go on for as long as it can go on, and yeah. So it's nice to hear Lalita could. She's getting fearless going down the street, even though it's not allowed. See, that's what this does. This Krishna, you become fearless. I know the same thing. I don't know how allowed it is here because these police, they're not just police, man. They're in uniforms. They're in with weapons, with their finger on the triggers, you know, and they're walking down, looking at everything, checking things out, right down the thing. And they smile at me. They go, you know, they like when they hear the, hey, man, thumbs up, man. These guys in the military, you know. Everybody else checking everybody else out, you know. And they see me going down the microphone. Hey, man, great. This is Krishna, man. He's awesome. He just makes everything, just like it says, everything blooms when he's here. We're bringing him here. Ecstatic. See, the attachment to chanting the Lord's name, it's him. And that attachment manifests the Lord, just like when he was here. It's the devotees who manifest the Lord, isn't it? Don't we read? The devotees call the Lord and they come. This is what we're doing. We're calling the Lord and he comes. That's why it's so great. This is what the world needs to know. You know, the value of calling the Lord and the Lord being with us, and all of a sudden everything becomes auspicious. All of a sudden we become intelligent. All of a sudden we become logical. All of a sudden we become knowledgeable. All of a sudden we get all the understanding of the universe that you need. And the greatest of all, we get Radha's happiness. That's the best of all. Everything else comes along with it. See, and Krishna too, because see that once the ecstasy awakens, then Krishna comes, and everything's auspicious. See, just got to bring them together, man. And that love that they're giving us through our line, this is what we're going to prove to the what's the guy's name? I forgot already. Mathura. Thank you, Mathura. You're helping my preaching a lot. I love it. Thank you for, yeah. So that's all Krishna. That's all Krishna too. So yeah, you know, we're going to prove to these guys that this is the way it works. This is real Krishna consciousness. You call Krishna with attachment, he comes and everything's beautiful. Everything is beautiful in its own way. You start to see that. I'm telling you, man, everything's beautiful. Even what the demons are doing, everything is beautiful in its own way. That's the way they don't hassle you anymore. You're not on their case like the demigods. You notice? You benefit them. They think, this guy is for me. How? They can't believe it. You know, why is this guy? For me. Hey, man, because my Lord's for everybody. He wants to help everybody. You become of that nature. See? You help everybody win. You just say, hey, man, you little demons out there, you little Bill Gates, you thought you had wealth. Let me show you mine. Isn't that what's happening here? Let me show you my wealth, man. It's increasing every day. Yours increasing, your mine increasing. Let's compare. Let's see which one is better. And he might switch into. He's an intelligent guy. A lot of these guys are just using their intelligence in not as good of a way, not as an optimum way. They're not as good as a capitalist as a devotee. See? You know that Lord Chaitanya Atmaram verse, he said, the best capitalist is the realized soul. They capitalize on the true wealth. Like Lalita says, I don't need the money thing. It was all, I don't focus. I got enough. Now I focus on real investment. See, I watch your classes. I may not comment. I'm just looking in the bushes. I watch a lot of people's stuff. Yeah. You still have to do it on your own. Yeah. Yes, Lalita is very brave. Yeah. The bravery comes. See, comes from connection. The more connected we're with Krishna, the more braver we become, the more bolder, the more soft we become, the more hard like a thunderbolt sometimes. It's all needed, man. Yeah, it's great, man. Then people, they look at you and they say, man, we thought the Brahmins were the gods on earth. We thought they were the earthly gods. We thought the sannyasis were the earthly gods. We thought the big gurus in ISKCON were the earthly gods. And we thought Bill Gates, but look at these little simple devotees. My God, I think they're the real gods on earth here. They're bringing the real God here and making everything really auspicious. Isn't that what it's about? Isn't that our work? Am I right there, Shamaguri? Give me a thumbs up. I don't need Facebook anymore. I go down the street. You see the thumbs going up? All over the place. Thumb up, thumb up, thumb up. I like you, Krishna and Radha. Man, you guys, you know how to party. You know how to throw a great party. And it's getting better every day. And it's a party. This is life. This is everything, everything else is unconscious in this world. Did you know that? It's just like, it's all like the books say. It's all like Bhagavad Gita says. The Lord says, by the way, everything in this world that everybody's going after is unconscious. It's dead. There's no real life of its own. It's the modes, energy, the indirect energy, the Lord's shadow, dark, really dark. And it makes your consciousness dark, makes you stupid and crippled and all of that going after that and meditating on it. Okay? And this is the life. This is the life Jesus says. I have life. Yeah, he had life. He had God, man. He's meditating on the transcendental Lord in his prayers. He was a prayer guy. One of the 9 processes of devotion is to pray. See, Lord Chaitanya came and expanded it, showed, hey man, there's other ways to connect with me, with God. Hearing, chanting, remembering, and just chant the holy name, and you're doing all 9 at once. That's why I like it so much. Fully absorbed, man. I'm hearing, I'm chanting, remembering, I'm surrendering. You feel it? You'll feel it. When you start to get ecstatic in your chanting, you start to see how you're doing them all 9 processes. You say, man, I'm definitely surrendering. I'm definitely paying obeisances. I'm definitely serving the name. I'm chanting and I'm hearing the name. I'm circumambulating. You're even circumambulating because you circumambulate. You're always looking at the deity, never back to the deity, right? Always looking at the deity. Well, man, I'm just facing the deity all the time. Circumambulation. Padam sevanam. That's why all glories to this holy name, man. You do everything in just this. That's why the Lord, he's the most intelligent. I follow his intelligence, isn't it? He's the most excited. To those, Bhagavad Gita 10:10, to those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy, I give them the real understanding. And look at the ecstasy he had. I follow him, man. I follow his intelligence. I follow his lead as much as I can. Why not? He had the supreme ecstasy. He had the most knowledge. He knew the best thing. He knew the best Yuga Dharma for everybody, that everybody can do. Chanting the holy name. Well, chant Hare, you could be anything and chant Hare Krishna even, and you'll start to see how it relates to Christ and how it has this special little flavor. It has a special niche in our lives here. Yeah, trippy. This is chapter 3. I'm just going to read. I'm going to do a surge. No, I'm just going to do this. Chapter 3, Adi Lila, verse 17. I'm jumping around, so don't try to, follow that way. By performing such regulative devotional service in awe and veneration, One may go to Vaikuntha and attain the 4 kinds of liberation. See, that's what. So you're doing. See, Prabhupada said, yeah, do these kinds of things to start, but that's where you'll go if you stay on that path. See? So by doing this regular devotional service, you go the top rung of the fruit of that is Vaikuntha. Because everybody there, the Lord is up there on his throne, and they're down there looking at him, and there's little distance. There's affection there, but there's distance. See, so they go there. So that's what Prabhupada presented, and so is that where you're going? Is that interesting? Is that the place? It's not real. It's not our Gaudiya Vaishnava line, really. We're followers of Lord Chaitanya. It's a more intimacy thing. So for generally people, of course, they just need to hear this preaching. You need to hear somebody speak the truth, man. Speak what's really in this books and where it's leading. See? And so, yeah, so you associate through associating with those who chant the holy name with more intimacy than the Vaikuntha mood, the more intimacy, more ecstasy, the more information, the more knowledgeable that person is about the essence of truth because of that closeness with the Lord. Who wouldn't want that? When it's explained properly. A lot of people just following, that's a default thing. Why? Because Prabhupada presented, right? That's the controversy with the Mathuras. They're all thinking, hey, Prabhupada presented this, and why aren't you following that? And what is this thing? You're not in the line. No, this is the real line. He was just teaching you basically what is not the real line yet. You need to go Shiksha now. Now Shiksha gets you into the real line. You see how that works? You have to get some footing. The reason why he can't and others like him still after 50 years. See, that's why Prabhupada preached that, because they couldn't take this postgraduate teaching. See, it's all the message, right? Prabhupada could have gave the message. He knew the message, right? But he didn't give it. Why? Because of that consciousness, they still wouldn't accept it. They wouldn't accept that from him if they see him crying and demonstrating like Lord Chaitanya did. They wouldn't accept. They would think he's crazy. Oh, I'm sorry, we made a mistake. Because, we know all. See, it's always like this. They would do that with him. Oh, well, we know all about this. That is not right. That is crazy, and so. And they would do that. That's why even Bhakti Siddhanta didn't do it. There was no room for this preaching with those kinds of persons. So, but in some people there is some people that are ready for that. They want the logic. You can't get this kind of logic on your own. You have to ecstatically worship the Lord like here. Otherwise, you stay where you are. You may come onto the Vaidhi path and you do your rules and regulations, and you will die a Vaidhi Bhakta. And then you'll take another life trying to perfect your Vaidhi Bhakti, unless you get deviated. You still can get, oh yeah, man. You know how many Vaidhi Bhaktas get deviated? They get deviated here. You don't think you're going to be deviated there? You see, you get a better chance here. Much better. And then the longer you're here, the more you see, the more you experience. After a while, you're like a Lalita or Johan. You're not going to leave. Why would you? You got the best thing in the world. Okay? So those flip-flopping even here now, thinking, well, I don't know, maybe this is okay. Stick around, man, and keep watching, because they're putting money in your bank account. The wealthier you get, the stronger you get. Right? The stronger in this experience of bhakti and what you see here, then when you're out there looking at Maya's game, it doesn't attract you. You just say, that's Maya's game, man. I'd rather have this, man. This is the best. This is topmost. I see it. I feel it. I experience it. I can see others benefiting so much, right? Isn't that Shamagori? Isn't that the way? Yeah. Intelligence. Boy, I'm getting smarter all the time, too, just being there. Man, I like this path. I'm a lazy person anyway. I kind of like to have lazy intelligence. I just come here and I just become intelligent spontaneously. Well, they become ecstatic spontaneously. I kind of like this lazy. Didn't Prabhupada preach the lazy path? He even said lazy intelligence. He glorified it. He said, "Oh man, why these guys are, look at them building skyscrapers and everything. I just move into the place. I just make convert devotees, and they invite me into their place, just like a snake goes into a hole already built. You already built houses and this and that and all that, and he just go enter in the. Why do I put him all that energy into this? Just make disciples, man. And then Krishna is so happy that he said, "Oh wow, what do you need? What does he say? What did Jesus Christ say, my Lord?" He said, "Hey man, the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few." Yeah, Krishna. I think I need somebody like you on the planet, man, planet Earth. Even Jesus said, "Hey, man, I need somebody like these 11, man. They had faith in me. They got purified by hearing, man. Hey, man," he said, "don't take them from this planet." He told God, "Don't take them. Keep them here. We need somebody like that." Who else is going to do this Holy Spirit work? Same thing now. Who's going to do this work? You think these gurus can? They can't even do it in their dreams. We're given what they can't even dream about. They don't even ever preach about it, or maybe some do, but they can't attain it because they're trying to attain it. They're not lazy enough. They think they're going to do it. You got to be very energetic, like that Prem Parojana. It's very energetic, man. Just always doing that right around the clock. Purushit, they're all doing these around the clock. From one activity to another. Look how energetic I am, man. I'm going to attain Krishna. Yeah, I'm too lazy. I already got Krishna and Radha. What if I just open my mouth and then they're there? They know I'm lazy. Yeah. I had them from the beginning, basically. As soon as I got Jesus's book, boom, they were there. As soon as I got Prabhupada's, boom, they were there. So I got lazy, man. I got spoiled, man. And these guys, well, I don't care, man. You got Radha Krishna. Well, I want to do it my way, man. I want to do it. I want to attain them on my strength, man. I don't care if it takes many lifetimes. I'll never come to your sangha there. Yeah. That's basically what it is, right? They're too proud. That's pride. No, I don't believe you got it, man. You got it. My Guru Dave said many lifetimes. We'll show you a thing or two. Just come here and get Krishna, man. Be happy. Chant. Then you can chant and be really transcendently happy. Nothing like this transcendental happiness, right, Lalita? That's why she's so happy, so grateful. Proof is in the pudding, right? Isn't that inspiring to see somebody that was just a cookie maker, cookie distributor, toilet cleaner, taking care of paralyzed men, getting burnt out, on everything she did because she couldn't please everybody and they all want she was Cinderella in this world. And then this magic came along. The good fairy mothers came along and put this slipper, pink slipper on. And now she always had dainty feet. Ever see her feet very dainty? And now she has the Radha and Krishna slipper. Radha and Krishna walking down the street with a little microphone. Happy as it can be. Yeah, Vaikuntha. Yeah, where else? Yeah. So another chapter 4 says, "I shall taste the essence of all these rasas, and in this way I shall favor the devotees." Another thing he said previously, unless you practice this Krishna consciousness, you cannot teach it other. Practice means unless you taste this Krishna consciousness, taste this transcendental. If you are not a taster, man, you cannot teach this. Okay? And favor the people. Isn't that our mode of operandi here? MO? See? Mode of operandi. Taste this nectar and teach it to others. Teach them how to taste it, right? Isn't that what you'd learn in here? See? That's why, unless you can taste this, taste these mellows, these flavors of relationship with the Lord, how can you transmit this to other? Those flavors. Why do you think it says from them, from the real spiritual master, ecstatic prema emanates? See, they're tasting these flavors. These flavors are emanating. See? And then they get the word. See the word, the revelation, the word of God, man. My God is like Thor's hammer, man. You don't want to hear this word if you're really too attached to Maya, man, because it'll destroy your Maya. Don't come here unless you want the word. You can get the word that'll go listen to Fauci, go listen to mainstream media. That word will put you in illusion. You'll be all masked up and vaccinated nicely, controlled with everything, whatever they put in that shit. That's a Frankenstein experiment, man. And they're doing it with gusto, man. My Lord's Maya is right now very intense, intensely bewildering. This is right out of the prophecy of the Bible. The Lord says at that time, at this time, there's always been delusion here, but at this special time, there's going to be a strong delusion, extra strength. And you see that. You see how people, if they're not strong, see the ones that are going to be, see all this stuff I understand now because of Lord Chaitanya's grace, what all the rapture is, what is resurrections, all that stuff comes by Lord Chaitanya's grace. Nobody has ever given this kind of understanding to this extent as here in this world, except by Lord Chaitanya in association with him. Okay? Those who are going to be at this time set free are the ones, like going to the kingdom and all that, are the ecstatic devotees. If you don't become ecstatic, you're not going. And I see that. I see these Vaidhi Bhaktas, they ain't going. They believe in the world. They're being taken down. See? These gurus are being taken down. It shows you they're not worthy to take shelter. That's why I preach against them, just for the benefit of the world. Because if you continue taking shelter of people that don't know things as they are, they think, they're starting to be contaminated by the demons. Maybe they've always been. Who the heck knows? Who cares? That's why everything is still rules, regulations, and rituals. It's not advancing. Their only chance to advance is here, man. Otherwise, you're going to be immature. You like to be in that. You like that. Could you see that mentality? Could you Could you see how angry, how against God is? Hey, man, I'm sorry. You're not going to the kingdom if you're against God. God is what we present here. This is the true Lord, isn't he? Isn't he Satchidananda? I'm not megalomaniac. I'm not crazy. I believe in the scriptures because I know the scriptures are real and true, man. Because I experienced Satchidananda, and it is the fantastic thing in the world. It is the greatest thing in the world. God is the greatest thing. He's giving me that connection and that to spread. And then otherwise, go be like Mathura and show that you're against the true God with your nice little duty and doing your little deity worship. Yeah, because we're now, hey, Mathura and all yous like, and there are many, you're against that transcendental Lord that we're presenting. This is the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya and 10th canto going on here now. Is that true? Am I lying, or am I just so truthful that it's like a hammer on the illusion? I'm telling you, man, that's exactly. You remember Jarasandha in the 10th canto? He was following the rules and regulations so strictly. And he was a worshiper of God, Vishnu God, Vishnu's God, right? Worshiper of God. And he was considered a demon because of that kind of mood you saw in that devotee. Am I lying, or am I right on the money? See, this is the Thor's hammer part of the program. If you believe in that. See, this Bhagavatam, this is why this is the confidential truths in the Bhagavatam. You don't hear. This is why Bhakti Vinod Thakur said in the introduction of Sri Krishna Samhita that the Acharyas ascertained these Thor hammer-like truths of the Bhagavatam, and they would barely, very rarely preach it unless you're hearing it from Shukadev Goswami to a Maharaj Parikshit. You guys are listening to that like Maharaj Parikshit, the confidential thing. That's why you go back to Godhead. Even you're not going, you don't have to go back there. You're there. See? Because you're hearing truths that these devotees, these gurus, the biggest ones, don't know. A lot of them are like that, Jarasandha. They would not, Lord says, "Oh, just keep it that way." Until that's why I got the order. You think you can do this preaching without the order? That's why Prabhupada didn't do this preaching till he got his orders, right? Bhakti Salam too. And then I got my orders too, and I got it from Prabhupada. He said, "Yeah, bring Thor's hammer out, smash that illusion, man. It's time. Bam, bam. Pow, wow. Do a lot of powwows. Wow them. Pow them." See? That ain't going to save you, man. You got to move on. Otherwise, you're going to be left behind. You want to be left behind? Like that movie, Left Behind? See? Here's an opportunity. So we're here. Hey, man, you want to you got it. There's no other way now. You have to transcend what is happening. You can't escape it. You can't go anywhere. The Lord has cut all avenues of escape. Not even the elites can go anywhere. They may think they go, "Oh, I got an island I can go to, and then I can live really good." Or underground. See, underground. See, all you can go is down. We go up, right? Oh, let whatever happen. Aren't we? When you start to get really excited, you're like Mars Parikshit. Oh, let that snake bird or whatever magical creation by the Brahmin bite me. Who the heck cares? Just go on chanting the glories of the Lord. Let us go and stay in the truth, man. Let's be in the truth. Let's go out in the bang, man. Let's go in blazing guns. This is isn't it like going out with blazing? You ever see these movies? Like the Alamo. Let us go out with blazing guns. Wasn't Arjuna said the same thing? Man, let me win, lose, doesn't matter. Let me just go blazing there in service to the Lord. Okay? That's what you get when you become this associate. By association, you become like this. Look at Lalita Ganga. Look at Johan. Look at by association. You become like this. Otherwise, you want to become like that? You want to become like the Mathura Dasas? There are a lot of them like that. Not attracted at all. I don't want to be left behind. How are you going to be left behind, man? The boat is going to spiritual dimension of consciousness here. That's why Jesus, he knew the same thing. I know the same thing, man. Oh, you want that? Yeah. I shake the dust off my feet and we move on and see who's interested in going. Or at least gives us a good thumbs up when we chant. And not say, "No, that's all fake, man." What kind of, you think that's impressive to God? He's more impressed with a little Mexican down the street here. They're real characters, man, going, "Oh, wow, that's great, man. Where's your microphone, man? I want to hear that name." He's much more impressed. The guy's not thinking you're faking it, That's for these guys. That's I know my Lord's mood. I know Lord Chief. I look in the book and I see, yeah, I guess I'm on the same page, the Lord, the drunks, they're in Chaitanya Bhagavat. He's going by the drunks, and they said they're all drinking, wine, whatever they drink back then, and drunk, all day long. And then he said, "Oh, there's Nimai Pant. Man, we really like his dancing, man. Man, he's so fantastic, man. That dancing, man. He's so." And they start dancing around too, And then, so the Lord was very attracted. He says, "Wow, you're attracted to me. I'm attracted to you." That's his nature. You like me, I like you. And so he started to go into the bar, and Srivasa held him back. No, you're here. You do the pastime of looking like a Brahmin. You can't go in there. The people will misunderstand your Leela. See, they think like materialists, material thinking. Can you imagine? That's why see, when you're covered by material consciousness, you think like a materialist. That's why you got to come here. You got to associate here. Think like a spiritual person. Think like the Lord thought. You understand. You say, yeah, I can understand this Leela because I'm in it. Man, the Lord chants in ecstasy and he loved it. I chant in ecstasy and I love it too, man. It's the greatest thing in the world. I want to glorify it, man. I want to tell the world how auspicious it is. Well, it's the only real auspiciousness is to chant God's name, which is none different than Radha and Krishna. And then they appear in this world and it becomes fantastic. It blooms. Otherwise, there's no blooming here. It's an empty, dark place. Without a real devotee who can call the Lord. What do you think it is, a way to call the Lord? And he's waving his hands in ecstasy, actually. You think it was just the Tulsi Puja, like that. That's for the Vaidhi Bhakta's idea. No, you see when Lord Chaitanya saw how he brought him there. He's waving his hands in ecstasy, crying like, the Lord, come here and save me, man. I just, and the Lord, he came, personally, actually. But he was there just in his worship. That's how I call him. You may not see my Lord, but he's here, man. He's here. She's here. He, she. True transgenderist. Everybody's trying to imitate it being a transgender. He's the where it all came from. Radha and Krishna combined. Androgynistic. See, I shall taste the essence of all these rasas, and in this way I shall favor the devotees. Favor the devotees. That's why if you're not a devotee, you won't like this, tasting the essence of all this rasas. Brilliant. See, in other words, they're not devotees. They don't like it. See, it's amazing. See, this is what people don't like. They don't like the light, man. They don't like the lights turned on. They don't like me saying that is non-devotee because the scripture says that nobody sees it. They read these things and they don't understand anything they're reading. See? Yeah, I see that. I see, oh yeah, just turn I just like to turn the light. The light is turned on in the book. Let's turn it on again. It was turned on when it was written. We turn it on again. Right? In this way, I will taste the essence of all these rasas and favor the devotees. In other words, if you're a non-devotee, you won't like this because you're a non-devotee. That's humbling, isn't it, to hear that? You don't like this. See, you're devotees. This is proof. Even that's why the pom-pom girls, like Amy there, the ones that failed the team, now made the real team. This is the team that counts, man, not those teams. It's like Janaki, they said, these proud Prabhupada disciples said, she failed, man. She failed. She didn't get initiation like us. See? But no, she got the initiation that counts. See, this is the team that really counts, man. This is where you're going to find the highest, greatest store of wealth that's eternal. You never run out of ammunition. You never run out of arrows. You never run out of bliss, right? Never run out of life. It goes on and on and on and on, but not like a boring story. Ever been on those? It's on and on. Oh, when is it going to stop? Goes on and on. You never want it to stop. Okay? That's what we're bringing to this world. Anybody interested? Only the non-devotees like that are not interested. Okay? So we're here for the devotees. and the non-devotees, because that's how we free the captives. Nobody's ever told them that, Shamaguri. Nobody's ever said that to these people. Nobody ever dreamed about this. These gurus don't know that they're not. And until devotion awakens, you're just a wannabe. Until you see here awakens, you're just a wannabe. I want to be a devotee. I want to attain Krishna. So that's non-devotee, means no devotion. What is devotion? What you see here, this ecstatic, spontaneous love of God. That's what the Lord came to bring, and that's what we're here to preach. Yeah. I love that verse. Isn't that a beautiful verse, Shamaguri? In this way, I'll taste the essence of thee and favor the devotee. See, here's proof that you're a devotee. See, you like this. You like a guy like this crazy Gohari tasting these things. That's all I'm doing, just taste testing everything, and you like it. See, that's only devotees will. If you're a non-devotee, have no devotion. And you know what causes that? Bad association. So you mature persons, if you got any real ears left, leave the association, those who are causing that calamity. He was at first liked what we did, right? And then he stopped liking. Why? Because of bad association. It's always by association, you are lifted to the spiritual world now. Hey man, you coming here by association and by favorable attitude, from your heart, you're taken to the spiritual world. You become part of the family simply because you're favorable. Hey, what do you think it's any different than that dog that paid respect to an eternal associate of Lord Chaitanya? He got Lord Chaitanya's mercy and could chant in ecstasy. And look at you guys. You should analyze. Is Gohari real? Does he prove that he's a real associate of Lord Chaitanya? Because if you become convinced that he is, then you are going to get the same result as a dog. And if a dog can get it, what about you guys? That's why people get ecstatic love here. That's why these Mathura Dasas can't believe it. It's so fast. Look how fast the dog got it. Look how fast you guys are getting it. See, truth. You like truth? You like to hear things as they are? I do. Yeah. I like flashlights. I like shining. I always did. The brighter the flashlight, I used to like to shine it in the darkness. Is anybody like that? I used to have. I even have now a little laser thing. I like to shine it. It just cuts through all the darkness, man. Well, that's the truth. Uncompromising truth. The Lord just says, gives it out. Yeah. All right. See, by hearing about the pure love of the residents of Vraj. See, pure love, isn't that what we're talking about? By hearing about the pure love. This is, we praise it, right? We play a spontaneous devotional path. See? Many people don't like it, but some do. So for those some, see, because by hearing about the glories of this love, the power of it, all that stuff, people don't know how glorious it is. How amazing it'll make your life, how much freedom it'll give you, how much intelligence and how much logic and how much transcendental happiness this love of Vrindavan will give you. It's extraordinary, and it's here. See? People will worship. See? When you are convinced of that, then you will start to worship the Lord. See? You will start to be in that mode of those devotees of Vrindavan. Abandoning all, let me read the verse because you might think I'm making it up out there. Abandoning, you will worship me on the path of spontaneous love. Isn't that what Lolita said this morning? Yeah, I heard another thing. She says, "Oh, I don't I like to write things down. I'm a spontaneous. I like it just the Lord, me and the Lord together. It just comes. See, that's the path that's fun. You like that path better, or you like to write things down and organize everything and know what you're going to do later and what that kind of thing, or do you like just getting out there and open your mouth? You open the book, yeah, like I just open it anywhere and just look at the verse, man, and just what comes, what doesn't come. It's all spontaneous. Oh, it spontaneously doesn't come. Oh, it spontaneously comes. Oh, wonderful. I love this lifestyle. Dependent on God, whatever comes, comes. I've been doing this for years. Love it. Even before I started preaching, the Lord was taking care of it. I was amazed. He said, "Well, you may not be engaged right now in the way I'm going to use you, but I'm going to keep you going here."
He loves that. He loves that because then you are open. Then he
Yeah.
can come completely. But if
Yeah.
you have your own agenda, you're not allowing the Lord to come.
Yeah. And that's this path too. That's why if you want to be elevated to spontaneous devotional service, you got to come onto the Raganuga path, which means you got to hear about the glories. You got to see the devotee, like Lord Chaitanya. He said, by tasting these mellows, I will favor the devotees. And you may not have even ecstasy yet, but you look at that and you're actually a devotee. In potential, you're a good seed. A little nice little mustard seed, maybe small, doesn't matter. But then, oh yeah, I like that way of worship. See, and so you receive this. See, it's like a seed that you receive in your heart, and then it starts to sprout, by association and sadhu sangha, by strong devotees nurturing you. You know, they're not going this way and that way. They're here, man. They're here. They're realized. That kind of thing. That's why this sangha is precious, man. Anybody who leaves it, you stupid fool, Mature, you're just a big idiot, man. You left gold for glass. What, you think that's good? So these guys, you don't think I heard the same old bullshit routine? This is fake. But look at my heart, man. I'm just a miserable, miserly person. You see how it flips? You saw how he was before, very nice and very. It's always like that. Did you see Mina? How nice she was. You see how she is now. If you have looked over there, I haven't looked. She blocked us all. Can you imagine? You block your real friends. That is you, and she thinks she's doing. See, this is the thing that ain't strong enough. She was nice. She was getting ecstatic, and she was looking really nice and everything, and just flipped by too much association. She thought she's stronger. She always did this. She always thought she's stronger than she is. And not understanding you get strength by taking full shelter, not on your own strength. This is the thing. This is the fault of those guys. They think they're strong on their own. You think I'm strong on my own? No, I'm strong because of this mercy flowing, man. I'm always after the mercy. I love the association of devotees. I get stronger in this association. The message becomes stronger. It's a gift of God, and you reject the gift of God like that. That's why you dry up like a prune, like her and him and everybody else. Mahaviriya, my ex-wife, all of them, just dry prunes with lack of just no really understanding. This is what happened in this is why I looked at the God Brothers. I see that. Even now, I look at it. Look at Janaki's friend. Who's going to the God Brother thing, the Gaudiya Math. Dry. Can't even understand any of this. They're dead. They're not alive yet. This is life, isn't it? This is life. That's why Lord Chaitanya came here to give life. Jesus came to give life of the spirit, man. No spirit. In Vaishnavism, it's all just a big friggin' show. You know what I'm talking about. Big show. Oh yeah, let's bang bang. Show the Sarah flowers, lots of flowers. Let's do all that money and build temples, and always look at people. Is they going to give us any money? Just what difference is it than these kind of churches? Oh, don't you know you got to sow to God? Give it to us so we can build a bigger church. got no spirit in there, but we got it looks good, right? In Mayapur, you got big temple, awesome money, man, big deities, but no ecstatic devotion. They don't care about that. I'm not offensive. I'm just truthful. I know what I see. I stayed in my friggin' room in Mayapur. I didn't have to go. I had more ecstasy in my room than going to that temple with these guys looking at me if I would cry or if I would laugh. I'd rather stay in my room and cry and laugh and exchange mellows with my Lord. And then, what was it? Those two, Govinda and Rangaleka.
Govinda Ranga.
Yeah, they were there, and they were enjoying this, relishing this. Yeah, because it's more free. That's Vrindavan. It's a free place. That's why Krishna goes there. He doesn't want to leave there, right? You want to leave there? We don't want to leave Vrindavan. This is Vrindavan. We'll stay here. If you become like a Mathura by bad association, well, you'll just leave. You'll leave the Dham. You're not qualified anymore. You see, this Raganuga Bhakti is not based on some material qualification. It's just favorability. How favorable are you to this message? How much do you like it? Do you like the truth to this extent? Can you take it? Or do you like more truth hidden and you just do externals, externally, the show bottle, show in the bottle. You're looking at the show of Vrindavan in the book. You can't get in the bottle where the experience of Vrindavan is. You got to go through the neck, right? The neck is the word of the devotee. Remember, I realized that before. You want to get in, you got to get in the bottle through the neck. See, that's the door, right? The passageway into the bottle of Vrindavan, what's going on in there. Otherwise, you're out there and you're looking at the show from the outside. You can't take, you got to taste Vrindavan. You got to experience the matrix of Vrindavan, man. You can't just sit on there and look at it from the outside. And that's what the book is for you now. You look on the outside, you got to taste the book. You got to taste these words. You got to taste this name. Yeah, otherwise, yeah. See, and that's why you're abandoning all rituals of religiosity and fruitive activity. So on the level of religion, it's meant you following rules and regulations to purify you, right? Purify yourself. So that's okay. That's a start. But don't die there. I mean, if you got intelligence, you don't have to. Not when you hear this message. That's why I put this message out, man. Hey, man, you want to die there? You want to die, that? Or you want to be like us? I abandon all varieties of religious activities and all that external stuff. I don't need to do it, man, because all I do is pick up my bead bag or no bead bag. Doesn't matter. Bead bag, no bead bag, and open my mouth and chant as much as I can eat. Just taste this wonderful relationship. It's all relation. It's a transcendental relation. Everything is in this relationship. Every transcendental virtue is in this relationship. Okay? You're a devotee when the Lord makes you a devotee. And you're made through the devotee by following the process, by going through the neck of another devotee, man, going through their mouth. Hearing these things. It's all about hearing. It's all about speaking, right? Isn't it? Isn't the world an illusion because of a bunch of speaking and hearing? Isn't it? Isn't that what these elites, they know this. That's why you see the mainstream media, all there, blah, blah, a message, man. They're telling you a vision. Listen to our vision. Tell you a vision. Even that. Can you see? I didn't know these things before. Now I do. It's like telling you a vision, man. I don't like their vision. I don't like this mask thing. To walk in broad daylight with fresh air with a mask on. I don't want that vision. That vision becomes my action. No, I like this, man. The Lord's given me the ability to speak like this. Man, you listen here. I'm telling you a vision. What? Is it my personal vision? Well, it is now because I accepted the Lord's vision as my vision. He knows best. He has the best vision of everything. It's all in the Shastras, man. Doesn't he? Isn't this a great vision? A great understanding. It's his vision. But you look at man's vision. That's you put poison in. Oh, it's good for you, the poison. Oh, yeah, eat this shit. This is good for you. Oh, drink this fluoride. It's good for your teeth. And you put fluoride on concrete, it melts it. Everything is a friggin' lie here to kill people who believe in Maya. That's what she does. What did Jesus? Am I saying anything, or am I just repeating what Jesus said when he confronted the devil or Maya? What did he say? You've been a murderer from the beginning. You're a murderer. Maya's a murderer. That's what she does. It's her nature. I don't hate her for it. She just does that. It's a shadow. I just try to convince people, stop looking at Maya. Stop looking at non-devotees who have no devotion, who don't like devotion when it's manifested. How would you know on this world unless this is happening? You would never know, right? What is real devotion unless real devotees were here, showing all of its varieties, all of its truths, all of its transcendental happiness. Now you have some chance to know, right? That's why the Lord came here. That's why we're here. To revive what he revived. And you know what that means? I got some good news for everybody. That means ecstatic devotion is attainable now. It's available. It's in the marketplace, being sold at a very inexpensive price. See how we glorify the love of the residents of Vrindavan? You see how we're doing this? See, I say we because there's no way I could do it on my own. I need a little help, a lot of help. What else we got in this verse? Then by hearing about the pure love of the residents of Vrindavan. So that's the whole problem. There's a lack of hearing about this resident. They don't know. You got to hear from an experienced devotee, right? Otherwise, you're hearing, it's like these Raghunuga Sanghas. They speak about the love and the gopis and all of this, but they have no experience of the divine presence, the ecstatic potency. So it doesn't come off exactly right because they don't know what it is. They're not experiencing it. And so they pull that off until this is here and manifested. See, they can only get away with this stuff. These gurus can only get away with being unqualified as long as this isn't here, right? Because nobody knows. There's nobody speaking these truths. They're speaking their checklist, right? Oh, a guru is in the checklist. And there's no thing about love of God on that checklist. Guaranteed there is not. It doesn't say on their checklist that a devotee who can deliver you to Vrindavan has pure ecstatic devotion of the variety of Raj Bhakti. Oh, it's not on there. They can do it without having that on their checklist, only because you believe it. See, if you're dreaming, you're not awake, you believe that, and then you follow that and you don't get the result, right? See, this is the exposing. See, you got to expose. Why do you think we have policemen? Why do you think we have lawyers? People don't know the law. You don't know the law of Vrindavan, man. Oh, the law of Vrindavan, meet a Vrindavan devotee and get into Vrindavan. That's the law of Vrindavan. It's always been the law. Association. By favorable, even sometimes unfavorable. If you're unfavorable, you fight with the devotee a little bit, and you give him a chance to show his wares, Krishna, comes to the rescue and, makes everything clear and all that and help the preaching in that way. Even those guys sometimes get into Vrindavan, at least get liberation. So Krishna manifests his eternal human-like form and performs his pastimes to show mercy to the devotees. See, so his pastime. What are those pastimes? We just read about him. He comes to taste these mellows. See, that's the first and foremost thing. And then that's why he favors the devotees. How are devotees favored? Well, when devotees see a person, the big brother, chanting the names and of Krishna and the pastimes, presenting them, they come just like they came back then. They're coming now here. You notice, if you're a real devotee, why wouldn't you come here? Because we're doing what he did, right? If you're a real devotee, this proves it. Otherwise, it's proof that you're more or less a non-devotee still, and stay in the Vaidhi pile. Go practice your rules and regulations till you develop a desire to come here, whether it's this life or another life. Because we're doing what the Lord did. That's why ecstatic devotion was available. Otherwise, it's not. So Krishna manifests as a human-like form and performs his pastimes to show mercy to the devotees. Yeah. So this is the mercy. So you can be awakened and fed life and grow up and become a devotee. Otherwise, there's no life in this world. There's no life. I never got any life from these rituals. From the beginning, I was not in this. I just wanted Krishna. I knew Krishna was real. I knew Krishna was God. I knew Krishna was what I was looking for. And then they threw the rule book at me. The rituals and I knew it. I wake up in the morning. I just wanted to gorge myself on the glories, the confidential glories in Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Leela, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Bhagavat. I just want to drink that. And they said, it's time for the program. And we had controversy immediately. I wouldn't do it. I said, I'm sorry, man. I come here. I'm enjoying my meal. You're getting me, what kind of rich. I'm not feeling it to do that. I'm feeling this. And they couldn't understand this. See, they can't understand the ways of the Spirit. Okay. So, hey, man. So I spent 5 years of being miserable because I didn't know where to go. I didn't want to go into the world. And they at least had Prabhupada's books and some kind of thing. But I eventually got burnt out because, this is, and then when I went on my own, it was like the beginning of a fresh air. And so now it's strong enough to include people. Now we can preach intelligently to even them. If there's anybody with a little intelligence that's done that long enough, will see that this is better knowledge and better happiness. So sometimes you got to do that for a long time to see. So here the verb bhave, which is, So Krishna manifests his eternal human-like form and performs his pastimes to show mercy to the devotees. Having heard such pastimes, one should engage in service to him. So the question is, well, aren't the Vaidis doing service to Krishna? What is this? What kind of service is he talking about? I should engage in. So I heard these paths. I like them. I like hearing from, so what kind of service should I engage? Just like Lalita shows and others. Just go on hearing, go on speaking about the Lord. Keep on tasting now that you got the knack, right? But that's the real mercy here. That's why she's grateful. She has the knack. She can open her mouth and relish transcendental mellows now. There's nothing, hey man, if God's doing it, it's got to be the best thing, right? He came here and did it. Krishna and Radha did it. They did the best. You can do what they do now. No wonder you're so happy. I was wondering why that Lalita's so happy. And others, look, Shamaguri started to get a big smile on her face. I think they're starting to do what God does. And River, too, she's also kind of getting into the game. Tom, too, he's very interested now. Yeah. You see, why not? Why not? Why not? In neurolinguistic programming, they teach this. They say, look at what those persons do that are successful, and you can become a success. Mirror those things. See? Yeah, well, this is the furthest extent of that. They can't even think that this is the best thing to do, is to follow in the footsteps of Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya accepted association and teaching and mantra from an ecstatic devotee as Puri. Hey, man, if you do that, you will get the same result he got, because he's showing the best thing to do by example. See? Look at Lalita. She's here. I'll speak about her. She's following that same path. Look at the result. It's transcendental, isn't it? Is that mundane, the result, would you think? Is it material? Is it in this world or out of this world?
It's not from this world. It's a completely different life, a completely different completely different consciousness. It's fantastic, really.
We do fantastic here, man. I don't
do.
care what the tourist says. He says, "Oh, you're fake. Let me be a fake forever if this is what's produced by this fakeness, man. Man, I like this fake. I'll do fake. If this is fake to you, I'll do this forever, man. I love this, man. Look at the power of it. Look at it. People changing, say, I'm really happy now I met you, Gaur Haridas. Thank you for this transcendental craziness. I don't know, man. It's fantastic, man. I love this lifestyle. Hey, man, I could never do anything very good before. This I can do. This, like the Gaur is giving me a job just to make people happy like this. Oh, I'm satisfied with that. Victoria, you have some other standard. Okay, you follow that one. You and the others like you. But I like this thing. People come here and I just speak, and I rant and I rage and I do all these things. And all of a sudden they pop up and become like a Lalita Ganga or a Shamakuri, crying a lot, relishing mellows. And then they can chant in ecstasy. And I at least the Lord has given me a little something to do in this world. I'm satisfied with that. It's okay. For some reason, I think this is the greatest thing in the world. I mean, I know you guys, you religionists and Vaidhi and ISKCON, and you guys think something else is great happiness. Okay, fine. I think this is the greatest happiness is to chant and relish mellows and favor the devotees and then glorify this love, and then the devotees start to become spontaneously attracted to God, and they and they're so happy. Yeah, I like this path that Lord Chaitanya brought. I want to follow this path. I want to follow in his footsteps. I've been ordered to, right? Prabhupada told me that. He said, that's my approval. Yeah, just do that. More of that. Much more. Yeah. So I reveal my mentality. Yeah, I'm satisfied. Okay, you say I'm fake and all these things, but I'm a happy fake. I like the fakeness it produces. I like producing fakes like that people say are fakes, like Lalita and Johan. These fakes, I like them. They're so. I think it's something different. I think they're faking everybody out. It's the way Yogamaya is. She fakes you out, man. She makes you think illusion is truth. See, they make you think. See, he's just projecting on all of them. They're all projecting. You're fake. No, you're to me. I don't know what logically is more real. To me, that's more real. Look at a happy face like this, knowledgeable, ecstatic, more like the books teach. Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra all confirming everything. To me, this is more real. And you say it's fake? I think you're projecting. Don't tell everybody. Just let us believe that. See? Intelligent people here, you come here, you can analyze this. You can critically think, right? The Lord gives you not critically think. You can, it's not like that. It's better. You think in a holistic way, in a clear way, a logical way. Of course, this is more like the mission of Lord Chaitanya. Oh, of course we're doing like he did. We're empowered to do like he did. Of course, we're empowered to do this and preach in the way that's pleasing to him and get the desired result that everybody wants, the ultimate, the highest happiness. People just go in different directions for it. They just think the highest happiness is to be like Bill Gates and have billions of dollars and lots of control over everybody, what they're doing in the toilets, and be able to see everything they're doing, the stool going down the drain and all. They want to know everything. How much, how little is the person constant. They want to know all these things, all these irrelevant things that God has already handled. Why do we need another guy to track and trace? Even people don't, people think, at least intelligent people, it's like, why do I want Bill Gates to know every fucking thing about me? Or the government to know every little thing? And they really want it. They're really into it. It's such hard work. They have to build all these machines because that's their ras, is to imitate God. That's what the Maya is doing. People are serving the shadow, imitating shadow, and it's so hard. Everybody, even him, all that stuff. It takes so much work. See, that's what you do when you serve the shadow. It's already done, man. It's already, the Lord has tracked and traced everything. He can expand even this world. Resources are naturally, what do you call, they regenerate. Even real scientists that are not trying to, bamboozle people. Resources are, everything was fine until the demons come around and they destroy everything. The gas prices are way up. Why? Because they're afraid, we're going to run out of fuel. And there was never any problem. They had to run out of fuel, they have to cut it off. They have to do things, to have climate change. They have to change the friggin' weather. See, this is all because I'm not getting down on that. I'm just telling you, it's a very dumb way to work. That's all like this. The world is like it is because of serving the illusion. And even when it's good here, when it's good and the demigods are giving the rain and everything because people are doing sacrifices and Vaidhi stuff and without hindrance, it's still not really acceptable to the Lord I worship. He only likes this. Hasn't he proven it? That's why he came here, to show what he really likes. He really loves this worship. And he wants to give it to others. He wants others to worship him in the way he likes the most. And he wants to give you that happiness of, of what makes him so happy and the deep secret of it, the deep intimacy of it. Not to have it like these elites. These guys, they want to track and trace and control everything and have all material money. You guys have nothing. See, they want it like this. And the Lord said, no, let me tell you the truth to get you free of my Maya. That's all we're doing. We're here. We're giving keys. You ever see in Matrix, the key maker? He was the key, made keys. Hey, come here. We'll give you a key out of this, man. Your own individual key to a very special mansion in that kingdom of God. You're going to love it in there, man. It's just for you. Come here. You didn't know. The key maker is here to open that door. Special door. Just for you. Mansion specially designed for you. Ever see these people, in the news? Sometimes they get it. They win the lottery or something. They win a car. They have these game shows. You win a car. The guy comes and they give you the keys, to the Mustang. Here you go. And people are very, wow, this is so valuable. What a must. And it says in material, this is a spiritual kingdom. And you come here, we're going to give you a key to something better than you can ever imagine. Give you a happiness better than getting a key to a Mustang or a new car. That new car is going to get old. You're going to, this is always this key. It opens the door to eternity, always ever fresh, more life, more realizing, more happiness. What, you don't believe? Come again and again and again and see that we never stop. This life is here more and more and more. This happiness is deeper, deeper, deeper. This understanding is, it. Welcome, Dean Smith. Thank you for coming. See? So, should engage in service to him. So the service is this, sadhu sangha. Isn't that great? We got a great service. We all like it that come here, right? Don't we like coming here? Don't we look forward to that? Hey, this is as easy as it is. You think, oh, service. Oh, sacrifice. Yeah, this is a sacrifice and this is service. Really? But how come I come here and I feel like I'm gaining stuff? Usually doing service, I get spent. People using me. Service. That's the Maya, man. She's always been like that. She just spends you, and then when you're all used up, throws you away like a dirty rag. Even religion wasn't good enough. Is not pure enough. I went to ISKCON. I served 12 hours a day, man. Trying to serve. I was spent, man. I was burned up and everything. I said, I can't do it anymore. And then you're going to go to Maya. Well, I'm sorry, I just can't do this anymore, man. I'm spent, man, 12-hour days, 7 days a week, man, making all this money. I'm just spent, I'm all spent out. And can you give me a bus ticket to go to San Francisco so I can get, just a bus ticket? Oh, no, get out of this temple now. Great lesson. I'm not bitter, really. I just want to tell you how Maya works. That was the greatest lesson. And when I walked out, I felt so happy in my heart because I was free. I never needed that, really. It was I guess I needed the experience because I did it. Great for preaching. And you know what? Everything worked out. Somehow, I don't know how, I had no friggin' money. And I got a van. And I drove it out. I don't know how. I forgot how I got it, but I got it. And I drove out to San Francisco, and I started even quickly making money, man. I made so much money in 6 months. I took a trip around the world in 6 months. And how did that happen? I started out from nothing. But in my heart, it felt great. And it's been like that ever since. Why? And I know all I have to do, and Lolita knows what I'm talking about. All we need to do is to do what the gift the Lord has given us. Relish mellows every day, and everything will be well. You can do your activities. I can do mine. I do mine. I do this and do that. But man, I know my Lord, man. I know that mercy is extraordinary. Man, just one mantra in ecstasy, your whole day will fly like the Lord is so happy with you. That's the way it is. You've pleased the Lord even with one mantra. You even become worshipful chanting one ecstatic mantra. Doesn't it? Amen. That's what the book says. Lord Chaitanya says one who chants the holy name one time is worshipful. But you got to chant the whole name, the holy. Got to have the tears. Much less people that are chanting the holy name in ecstasy, Could you imagine? That shows you how little of the holy name they understand. They go against devotees who chant the holy name. The book says they're worshipful, just one holy name where with a little tear, and we chant it with so profuse tears in ecstasy and bliss and knowledge and all this here. It's like a feast. It shows you how illusion goes deep. That's why you see, abandon all religion and all. We don't need. Do you need that? Do you need this religion? Bunch of people who hate this. I don't need any of that. If you hate this worship, I don't need you. You need this. You want to get out. This is your only alternative, because I don't want to be around people who hate God. God is what you see here every day. We bring him forth here because I welcome God. I welcome this ecstatic chant. I don't call it fake. They wanted me, even Narayan Raj said that's fake what Gaurahari has. Can you believe that? Narayan Raj said this was fake. And that's why my ex-wife went to him. That's why my other disciple went to him. He said, because, see, they appear as authorities. I'm telling you the truth. This is my experience, my friends. I can say these things because I experienced. I've been there, done that. And you listen. He said, what I experienced, what you see every day was fake. Radhanath said the same. He's fake. He's a faker. Go to Narayan Raj. He's in the real disciplined line. What is mature? You see, they all say the same thing. Do I even bat an eye now? Hey, man, I went up against the biggest guns. Who are you, Mathura Das? I went into their sanghas. I went to the Radhakund Babajis who also say, oh, we got the real thing. I've explored, man. I'm an experienced person. That's why Prabhupada came to me, right? Came to me. Krishna comes in. Hey, man, who's going to teach this? Who's not going to be, buckle under the illusion? I still buckled a little bit, because it's strong, man. You go against these big guns. They calling you fakes. I believe in this. I see the result of believing in it. Hey, man, I look at Lalita Ganga Johan and say, look at this is fake bullshit. They can't do it. And even Narayan Raj could not produce even a result like this. All his biggest gurus do not have what you see here. This is the extent of the truth you're getting here. I'm not pulling back. I'm not lying. There's no time now. This is my experience. I'm sharing it with everybody. Of course, you have to be favorable. Otherwise, you think it's something else. No, my experience, they all said it's fake. And I'm proving them all wrong. Just like Lord Chaitanya proved them all wrong. They all said he was a fake too in the village. Oh, he's something wrong with his mind. Even Brahmins, teachers, they had gurus just like here now. Oh, he's a fake, man. He's something wrong with his mind. Boil him in water. Actually kill him. You don't want a son crazy like that. See what you got to get through to preach this? See the great gift? Jesus was like this also. He had to go through the devil in the desert saying, you're fake, man. All these things. You don't have the real message of God. Okay? So it's always like this because it's very rare to find somebody that comes that doesn't dash to the ground. Okay? That's why from a previous life, you have to come into this world otherwise you all know you couldn't get through. I had to that. Now you become a big brother and sister in this life and in the next life for others who they have to have your associate, otherwise they will not make it through. I knew I was born for this mission when I had my first awakening. I saw all this stuff happening. And that's just how it is. That's why you see Bhakti Vinod, he had this before. He had it from a previous life. He was already a Manjari. As soon as contact with devotional service, boom. Prabhupada also, how much experience, how much association did he have with his guru? Very little. And his godbrothers, so much. He lived with him, everything. And they weren't like Prabhupada, were they? Oh, of course they say, and neophytes believe, but anybody with real intelligence. He brought it in. Matter of fact, all these sannyasis who they say are the same as Prabhupada, now, all of them, so many of them, Narayan Raj group included, because they also, they're all thunderbolts, same as Prabhupada. They said he should live in a temple like us and take sannyas like us. And Bhakti said, no, don't worry about it. At the right time, he'll do everything. That's a devotee, man. brought it in. It's always like I brought it in too, obviously. It was all spontaneous from the beginning. The only obstacle I had was to get through the Vaidhi Bhaktas, who were in the way a little bit, Now I'm funneling them in. Whoever will go, they'll be convinced. We just funnel them into where the action really is, where the real party is. This is the party, man. Just come in through the neck. Just come in through the neck. And we'll push you right through that bottle, into the bottle. It doesn't matter how much you got. We'll push you in there. And then you'll be in there with the fun, man. Yeah. So the use of verb bhave, which is the imperative mood, tells that this certainly must be done. Non-compliance would be abandonment of duty. Yeah. See, now the duty, isn't it amazing? I love now duty transforms into a whole different definition. Duty before is I got to chant my 16 rounds and I don't necessarily like it, but I got to do it. It's a duty, right? Mode of goodness. Regulation, I don't necessarily like it to go to all these programs and all this stuff, but do a duty. See? So now it's an abandonment duty simply because, hey man, if you don't eat, Krishna doesn't get strong and you're not nurtured. So what's the point, man? That's just not even logical. Because don't we like to eat? Physical food, we like to eat it, right? So now the Lord has given us spiritual food, and we got the qualification because you came to a real guru who is authorized to give you this spark so you can enjoy this food. This is called Bhakti Lata Bees. You got it. See, you came in the right way. Okay? So now, yeah, of course I like to eat. I like to eat food, and I like to eat this. I love to eat this. I look forward every day. Come here to eat this food, and then during the day I want to eat some too. How people they have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I also like that. I don't want it just once a day. No, I may fast physically because that's another thing. But yeah, more fasting physically and less fasting this way. Eat more of this food, right, Lolita? Yeah, eat more of this food, man. This is more nourishment. It's better for everybody. See, abandonment of duty, man. Yeah, man, my duty is to please Krishna because I love it, man. That's my duty now as a thing of love. That's called spontaneous devotion, man. He's given me that gift. Man, I'm just gotten so wealthy from just following the program, the program right in the book. That's the program. You want a checklist? I just check this off. Lord Chaitanya relishing mellows. Check off. Okay, I'll follow that checklist. He relished mellows. He's given me that. I'm going to do that too, man. Then I'm going to glorify this because I can't stop, man. I just want to glorify this path. It's so amazing and show what darkness is and show what real light is and what darkness really is. People don't know. They think darkness is light. So you got to say, no, that's darkness and this is light. To convince people, convince them that, wow, you really, yeah. Come here, you'll see. Come regularly. Do the 30-day challenge, man. Come see. Lalita, she never stops smiling anymore. I haven't seen her not smile in 30 days. Or 2 years now, or whatever, long time. She always comes and smiles and laughs. Laughing and crying and all this stuff, looking like she's having a great time. What other human being is like that? People don't have this. They come, they're one day miserable, another day, another day miserable. It goes on a while here, but as by and by, it's all smoothed out, purified. Yeah. All this you get by doing your duty. And when you come to the point of like, wow, this is really my life. I really like to hear this talk. I really like the demons being exposed. I really like the the spiritual truths being revealed. I really like this. This is so fun. This is so rare. It's so amazing. Yeah, I'm just telling you what I like. That's what I like, this stuff. That's why I come here. Oh, yeah, the Lord's using me as speaker, but I love hearing this too. That's why I like why devotees chant. Doesn't Lalita Ganga like to chant, her chanting? Obviously she does, because it causes her to laugh and cry and everything. Must be Krishna likes to hear it. That's why she does it. Feeds Krishna. And then she's nourished at the same time. Just like Mother Yashoda, what's the difference? Mother Yashoda feeds Krishna, and she's nourished at the same time, feels very happy and smiles and laughs and cries and all these other good things. Yeah. So just as these desires are the fundamental reason for Krishna's appearance, whereas destroying the demons is only an incidental necessity. Yeah. So you see, we have to do the same thing now. What are the demons? Everything that tries to stop you from understanding what you're understanding. Anything, anybody or anybody serving the demoniac energy, which is against the Lord, and includes in religion. See, that's an incidental activity. We need to remove that obstacle. So good, look, he gets caught up in it. He might be able to get out of it sometime, him and so many others, if they hear enough of this preaching. Your ignorance has to be destroyed. You have to see this is not fake. This is real. Why? There's a lot. Why? Because look at who understands things like this. You have to be getting real, the Bhagavad Gita verse. You must have real loving ecstasy if you're getting such depth of knowledge, such depth of information, things that nobody could understand on their own. To point out what the real path is, to take the brambles off and preach and actually share and transmit the path of pure devotional service, like is in the book you're reading. That's amazing to me. Is it amazing to anybody out there? Hey, and then you, this is a disciplic line, you pass the same understanding off in your unique way. See, pass it off to others, not pass it by. The devoted Vaishnavas are passing this by. It's passing by them, and I'm not letting it, am I? I'm not letting this. I'm not letting go of this. There's a little pit bull in me too. I won't let go of this. I won't let go of the Vites. I'm just going to shake it around, man. Mature, I won't let him go. Shake him around. He's a nice guy. I like the guy. I like him in the mood he has. I like him in this mood too, because he's good for my preaching. It's all under the will of Krishna. Krishna uses everything. I use everything. Yeah, that's why I milk even the verses. I want to milk every little piece of juice out of it, man. I want to milk out of this situation with Mathura and so many others, my ex-wife, Mahavirya and Meena. I want to milk everything out of that. Get it really clear so that they can also come back here and realize that you're just an illusion. This is real. More real than you can imagine. You can't imagine this. It's all as it is real. This is real, like the storybook in real life. See, the storybook is Krishna, right? Krishna Leela, all that in real life. That reminds me. That's why I watch these. There was a place called there was this series. It was called Storybook. Anybody saw that? Very interesting series, Storybook. And so what happened was the story became real in life. And these people were in the town and they were acting out the story. And they were all these characters in the story. Okay? And they had it. It came into a little different kind of story, but they were all the same characters in the story that were in the book. The book became alive. Well, that's how it is here. Those characters that were in that story with Lord Chaitanya's Leela, the devotees, are here like this now. Just like they came from Vrindavan, they came to Krishna Leela, to Chaitanya Leela, and they come here now. These characters. Because it's got to be real. Otherwise, how it's just a story, right? So you have living guru, living devotees, living sadhu sangha. Isn't this making this really real in your lives? So real it becomes manifest. It becomes your reality. And what a great reality, huh? Krishna liked it. Yeah, look at Lalita and Johan. They're saying, very good, very good. I like this reality. I think I'll stay. This is better than this other reality created by man. Or basically not man either, because they're just created with this reality by the Maya, serving Maya. They create all the big skyscrapers and all these things. Okay? Under the inspiration and serving the Maya. Okay? We're creating what? This is why you notice Lord Chaitanya took sannyas, didn't he? Because he didn't need all this. He created another reality. This reality of bhakti and devotion and Vrindavan in this world again. It's always how it does. You just need to have that person qualified to create Vrindavan reality in this world. What do you think this? I see the new Vrindavan is the training wheels. It's the sadhana representation. This is the new Vrindavan. You go to new Vrindavan, what do you see? The deities out there, external. Okay? You see the big pomp, and then they do all these things and all that, but it's all external. And then the pedophilia thing that was going on. You get to see that too, huh? That's religion. See, it's all external. Here, this is the internal reality that Lord Chaitanya came to bring, that we're here. See, internal, well, I don't need a lot of paraphernalia. Give me, for us to get together, give me a camera, man. Yeah, give me the internet. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, servants of Maya. I will engage it in the Lord's service. Thank you, Zuckerberg, for that. Thank you, Uvites, too. I know I don't show my gratefulness, but I do, but you don't think I am. I'm showing my gratefulness by this preaching. Thank you for carrying Prabhupada's books and having database up there and all these things. Thank you, thank you. And this is how I pay you back. Thor's hammer. Smash your illusions. Smash the checklist, man. It's just a piece of paper to me. It's just, to me, that checklist is the modern day example of Lord Chaitanya's sannyasi stick. So he broke the stick, and I crumple the paper up, throw it in the garbage can. Yeah, it's just a piece of paper. It doesn't have the real qualification here. Come here, come listen. Go through the neck, man. Listen to the real Vedas. Listen to the real name. Listen to the transcendental reality and watch it manifest. Yeah. See, just as these desires are the fundamental reason for Krishna's appearance. Okay? He desired to taste this nectar. He desired to glorify Vrindavan, because who was doing it? They don't do it now in religion. They don't really do it in Vaishnavism. You need to be an experienced person, an experienced devotee, right? To really glorify it, right? Yes or no? You got to be tasting these mellows to see for yourself how glorious it is. And then people pick up your enthusiasm and then want to be Raganuga. Unless they think you're fake. That's called offense. Offense. See, offense between them and what's going on here. That's all it is, offense. Oh, I'm trying to take it down. Let's take down offenses, man. Let everybody see Vrindavan. Let them experience Vrindavan. Let they see it, at least see a person experiencing Vrindavan worship. That is so auspicious. That's, when I read that in the book where the devotees, they saw Lord Chaitanya in ecstasy, and that was my experience too. This was in the 1996 when I started preaching in 97. And I thought, wow, they're saying it is just auspicious just to see it. And that Lord Chaitanya, Lord Krishna will never leave them just to see this. That's when I really I thought, well, hey man, we should show like he did, like Nityananda did. And then Prabhupada, yes, that's my approval. You do more of that. See, he knows. The Lord knows. He works through the parampara. The parampara has not left here. It's here. It's intact here. It's here. This is the extension of the next phase of it. That is. You think that's it with these big gurus, prancing around stages and giving these boring Bhagavatam classes and external worship? No, this is it, man. Everything becomes easier now. Everything becomes great because you're going to get this spark, man, this bhakti lata bij. And then when you chant, the Lord appears in your life. He's attracted to bhakti, right? See? Bhakti is the only thing that captures him. And you're going to get that, or you've got it already. And then you chant the name, the Lord appears in automatic auspiciousness beyond what you could ever try to attain with all your rules and regulations and mandates. The Vaishnava government. It's just a step up from the regular government to you don't have any sovereignty even as a Vaishnava. But you see, we have sovereign. We're sovereign. We don't see. Abandon that. The people say, well, you got to be sovereign with our help, man. You got to be sovereign by us. By following our orders. Okay. Now we're spontaneous sovereignty, the way it's supposed to be, meant to be, and always was. This is the max potential that we have as human beings, as spiritual beings, is to be sovereign in that relationship with God, Krishna, Radha. That's our line. Lord Chaitanya, I'm sovereign in them. See? I'm solvent in them. See, I'm solved. All the solvent is here. It dissolves the maya, the illusions. See, you're sovereign and solvent here. See, all that karma is dissolved. See, just by being in the Lord. It's amazing, isn't it? Amazing grace, how sweet it is. You know, the best thing, I like going down the street now and dancing. I feel like dancing right in front of everybody, even though they go, sometimes. Doesn't matter, man. I just come and dance more. And then sometimes after people are looking like this and they go, you can look in the videos, watch closely. You'll see people, and I'm behind the camera, really dancing up a storm, and they go from like with their mask on or something. Starts to smile. That mask starts to melt a little bit. They get a little happiness. Yeah, Sankirtan's amazing, isn't it? River Sankirtan, amazing going out there. Yeah, Tom will experience are you going out in Sankirtan, Tom? You got one of those little microphones? Go buy a microphone. You can afford it. Yeah. Guitar. Oh, yeah, you got the guitar. Yeah, that's even better, actually. Yeah, use your talents. Isn't that amazing? Freddie's been seeing us for the last 4 years. He's still here every day, too, huh? That's amazing, Freddie. He's, when the play is going on, there's always people in the behind the scenes doing their work. He's a behind the scenes guy. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. So just as these desires are the fundamental reason for Krishna's appearance, whereas destroying the demons is only an incidental necessity, so for Sri Krishna Chaitanya, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, promulgating the Dharma of the age is incidental. So when the Lord desired to appear for another reason, the time for promulgating the religion of the age also arose. So the religion of the age is non-Sankirtan. But you know why? The question should be, why was this a secondary reason? See? So only experienced devotees know this. You know, when I was in ISKCON, I noticed they always had this emphasis, let's go on and make devotees. You ever heard that? Let's go out there and convert people. Let's go make devotees. Let's go make devotees. How much did you collect today? How many devotees you collected? How much money did you collect? How many books? See, how many books did you distribute even? See, so that is the secondary reason. People are into that. Now, the primary reason is to preach prema sankirtan. You got to taste first. See, you've got to come to the point of tasting this bhakti with awakened transcendental senses, and then you become empowered to preach the prema sankirtan movement. So you got to get this taste first, okay? And then you're empowered to preach the prema. Otherwise, you're going out to make devotees, right? And you don't have this spark. You don't realize its importance. You don't realize it's important to be around a rasic guru, an ecstatic guru. You know, to get this transcendental spark, so that when you go out chanting, it's not just a bunch of persons jumping around or doing this Swami step without any real life in it. You know, you have to have life in that Swami step. Okay? That life is transcendental, but so the Lord came to first taste this. You notice first he tasted with his guru. His guru, he got the spark that way. Well, he had it before, but show the example. You get the spark, you get the bhakti lata bij, and then get it to grow and be nourished, and automatically then you do prema sankirtan. You go out and ecstatically, enthusiastically, with great confidence and happiness, chanting, and then people get the benefit of the prema sankirtan. Otherwise, if you don't get this spark, then you could spend your whole life on the Vaidhi, not clearly understanding. That's another reason why you got to hear the glories of this spark, this bhakti lata bij the book is talking about, and how to get it. You got to ask the questions. How do I get it? You don't even have the strength to do that I have to ask the question for you. See, because you get everything from this taste. You get intelligence and the inquiry. Even Bhakti Vinod, he couldn't get anybody to ask questions, and he asked the questions himself. Prabhupada did also. He would practice asking questions and answering them. Ramananda Rai ended up doing it too. Important questions. See, so people are still doing it in an unclear way, Sankirtan. If you want to line up, you got to line up with the book preaching. See, the book is preaching how to line up with the fast track, and so you line up like this. You come and we've got this bhakti here. We've got this spark. Come here, get this, and then you'll do more prema in your sankirtan. You'll be more guru in your guruship. You'll be able to lead people better because you'll be understanding what is real. This bhakti lata bij is the true vine coming through a true vine, a living one, a living branch on the Chaitanya tree, green, not dry, dried up, green, full of life, full of truth, full of grace. Okay? And you should ask yourself, is that here? Of course it's here. A fast answer. Yeah. See, so that's it, man. See, this is where everything gets straightened out. Otherwise, you go another, these gurus can't straighten you out. Yeah, go out, Sankirtan. Yeah, go out and just keep doing that, and then you die with you're on the same track. Here you get on the real track, man. You get on the Star Trek. You wanna go into the stars, man. This is what we're doing. You want to become a star, and the Narada Muni's like a star in the universe, man. He's bright. Gets brighter all the time. See, star. You look at stars, right? You want to find the stars. Where's the star? If you don't see a star, you see star. Isn't that funny? That word star. The devotee, the real devotee, is the star. Jesus Christ, superstar. It's true. Even the movie is talking about he's superstar. Lord Chaitanya, superstar. A devotee, an associate of Lord, is superstar in this world. People don't know it as a superstar. They think those who are super stupid are their leaders. Superstar. You come here, that you become a superstar in the right way. You're not even thinking you want to be, I'm a superstar. No, devotees are naturally that way. I'm as amazed as Srivas also when Srivas said, look at this, we're just followers of Lord Chaitanya, and because of that, we're getting respect. I think the same thing. I think, oh my God, isn't this amazing, your mercy, Lord? Just by being your follower, having just even a small amount of sincerity, being your follower, people are giving me respect here. Okay. Now, that's the easy way. Here, you just become a follower of the Lord in the right way, under the shelter of Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. And what happens? Oh, you get everything. You become a superstar in this world the right way. You become a real guru. I'm making real guru. Well, we're making real gurus here. Real gurus. You become a superstar in the right way. Why? Simply because you follow the real path taught by the real guru. The real empowered devotee is the only one who can teach this path. They can't even explain those verses, because unless they can taste these transcendental mellows, like the verse says, they cannot explain it to where you start to get it. You guys have all been reading these books before. Some of you, anyway. Freddie and Lalita, probably Lalita, and Janaki and Johan. See, now they're getting it, because you see somebody who's tasted the verses, tasted the experience, and say, yeah, I can relate to that. That's my life. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, you're learning from non-tasters, those who don't have any taste. How can they understand these postgraduate verses or any verses? It's all done by taste. Even Bhagavad Gita verses, by taste. Arjuna, his taste for hearing was awakened. He said, oh my God, my ears are like tongues. Does anybody feel like that? I do. My ear is like a tongue. How do you know? You could taste through those ears. Yeah. I'm all doing all this preaching just to convince these guys they're not very smart. That real smarts comes the way that we're doing. We're following the real way, the right way to get the result. To me, right and wrong, material is, that's immaterial. See, we need this right way. The right way is fast way. Get you in Vrindavan, this life, man. Get there, do that. Where you can say, yeah, man, I'm there. It's nice. I'm free. I'm sovereign in Radha and Krishna. I'm sovereign in them, man. The government can tell me I have to do this and this. I'll just try to figure out, like the Chinese were like that. Government's trying to control them and everything. They just figure some way around it. It's just their body, Devotees, just the body. Okay, we figure some way around. I ain't have any faith in it, have faith in this. My soul is sovereign. When the body drops, man, freedom, just like Narada Muni. Yeah, same symptoms, right? He chanted in ecstasy, I chanted in ecstasy, you were chanting in ecstasy. Same thing for you guys. You drop the body, boom, the Vina appears, and boom. You know, I think for Lalita, she's going to get one of these transcendental karaoke mics with the lights on it. It's going to have the lights like now. She'll be going around the lights, you know. He's going around. You ever see that her thing? You know, lights on it, you know, going around.
My mic has lights already.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's really a good one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you get even a better one. Yeah, yeah.
I need a better one. I need a better one. Yeah.
Yeah. Fortunately, they don't have these monster mics over there. I tried to get in Germany. They had one that looked like it, so we're going to see. It looks like the monster mic, but I don't think it is. But maybe it is. It looks like I sent it to Shamaguri.
Yeah, she
So
told me.
we'll
She's so
check it out.
happy.
Let's see her. Let's see if she can figure out how to pair it with the music and all that. Her son could probably show her that. Yeah. So I'm just going to preach a little bit more, and then I'm going to go because I have the appointment in the morning to get my residency here. Got to get the fingerprints and photo, get my little card, Mexican resident. Yeah. That's nice. I can, go, these little towns. There's a lot of nice places. Mazatlan, Puerto Vallarta, all these places on the right. All the tourists, they go there, love it, Yeah. So, it's nice. And by Evo, he gave some nice donations so I can go and travel around, do these things now. So very blessed to be. I mean, see, this is the Lord, it's nice. And it shows, that this is really good. This is really nice. And it's helping people, really. This simple work of that Lord Chaitanya did. Just make people happy. You don't need a lot. You just need the name, to taste that name. It's everything. You come here, you're going to taste the name, and that's everything in that. That's all he had. And he was sad. He loved it, man. His devotees, that's all they had, was tasting the name. They realized, wow, this is the greatest gift for the world. The wealth is in that. Okay, so we'll end it here, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hare Krishna. Thanks for allowing me to preach and glorify the Lord and this path, especially now. I just want, this is it, man. Glorify this path. I get it really clear for people. It's available. That's why Prabhupada has to do more of this kind of preaching now. It's very necessary. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you a little bit.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Hare